As we focus on health and wellness in the new year, it can be hard to plan for major health problems. After all, it's something we all hope never happens to us or our family. Cesar Chacon is the owner and licensed broker of the Insurance Hub, and he joins us to talk about looking ahead with long-term care insurance. Welcome back, Cesar.
Great. Thanks for having me again.
All right, this is a tough topic because hopefully we all have health insurance of some sort, but long-term care insurance is different. What makes it different? Why is this something we need separately?
It's a different cost. It's not associated with health insurance. It's something that Medicare will say that 70% of Americans will need some sort of long-term care insurance at some point in their life. And there's some confusion. So folks who have Medicare or any type of insurance, they think that, well, if they go into a long-term care facility for custodial care, which I'll explain that in just a little bit, they think that everything will be covered. The truth is it's not covered by Medicare. It's not covered by any other type of insurance. And so it's important for folks to start looking at that. Sometimes they look at it or they think about it way too late when they can't get approved for some type of plan at that point.
So why is it important that we think about it now? Is a diagnosis too late? Is, when we're being told by a doctor to go to care too late?
A diagnosis is way too late, and it can happen to anybody. I could be traveling down 75 or any highway, and I could get hit by a car, become a vegetative state, then somehow or another, somebody's going to have to take care of me. Well, I'm 190, 200 pounds last year. So do I want my family to take care of me for the rest of my life, or do I want to put some things in plans, some plans to take care of that just in the event that something like that happens?
All right, so we do have to plan ahead.
Yeah.
So when we look at coverage, what types of coverage should we be looking at, and what will it cover?
Well, so there's two types of care in a skilled nursing facility or a long-term care facility. One is, it is covered by Medicare, and that's let's just say that, God forbid, something happens, you break your hip or whatever, and you have to go into a skilled nursing facility, and they're going to take care of you based on your insurance. It could be 20 days, could be up to 100 days. But if you're not getting any better, if your situation isn't improving, because skilled nursing is a method to get you back to almost 100%.
Sure.
If you're a little bit older and you're just not getting there, at that point in time, it goes from skilled nursing to custodial care. And custodial care, nobody pays for that except for long-term care insurance or basically out of your pocket.
Okay, so when we sign up for long-term care insurance, we are helping pay the custodial care that could happen later in life.
That is correct, and I'm a big proponent of long-term care planning. I'm not a big proponent of long-term care plans, because I don't like the current plans. Sometimes there's a lot of current plans that are, if you don't use them, you lose them. I don't like that. There's another portion of that where a lot of folks think that just because you're planning long-term care means that you're going into a nursing home. There's a lot of pre-planning that you could do now where you can have the care in your home with your kids, with your family, and you don't have to go into one of those facilities, but it takes planning. There are asset-based plans out there that are based on life insurance, and if you for whatever reason you never use it, would be a great thing, then those benefits end up going to your beneficiary. So you never lose your investment in that type of plan.
So not only should we look at long-term care plans or planning, which I think is a really wonderful way of looking at it, as a way of protecting ourselves and our family later on in life, but you can also use it as a way to have money somewhere in case you need it, but if you don't, you aren't going to lose it.
That's correct. I always say if you don't use it, you don't lose it, as opposed to the old traditional plans. So planning goes a long way in looking at long-term care, and I know that there's a lot of folks that'll tell me, it's like, I'll just take the shotgun out back and I'll take care of that. Truth is, we don't plan. It just happens. These events happen, and the planning now has to be done before the diagnosis sets in or some sort of illness sets in.
And I think a point you made that is really important to so many people is that just because it's called a long-term care plan doesn't mean you're in a care facility.
That is correct.
So many people want to be able to be at home as long as possible.
That is absolutely correct.
Okay, and I know that nursing care in home can be very expensive. That is covered as long as you have funds available.
It can be covered as long as you plan appropriately. You can plan it around your family. You can plan it around your home. I have a client that planned to be in Colombia, and that's where he's at for the rest of his life.
Right.
So
that sounds like a pretty good
yeah.
plan most days. All right. Well, this is something that's very, very important to all of us and not something we often want to think or talk about. So I appreciate you for bringing it up and also for clearing up a lot of confusion. For more information about long-term care planning, the importance of it, or any other insurance questions, you can find Cesar by going to theinsurancehub.net. We'll be right back.